with the name of Allah, who is the most beneficent and the most merciful. This is Sayyida Dua Zahra Rizvi, an education fellow for the subject of mathematics, and I am here to present the topic 10 professional standards for initial preparation of teachers in Pakistan. This is a presentation under the instructions of Sir Najaf Sheikhi, and I will name those standards first and then we will explain them. So the first is subject matter knowledge. Second is human growth and development. Number three, knowledge of Islamic ethical values and social life skills. Four, instructional planning and strategies. Five, assessment. Six, learning environment. Seven, effective communication and proficient use of ICT. Eight, collaboration and partnership. Nine, continuous professional development and code of conduct. 10, teaching of English as a second or foreign language. Subject matter knowledge is basically the deep understanding of the subject. For example, if I am a maths teacher, then I should know how maths was discovered. Either it was discovered or invented. What theories does it have? What skills are required to do the mathematics, and overall the concept of the mathematics. These subject matter expert can be through experience, through proactive approach, through technological surveys. Human growth and development. This standard deals with that strategies that a teacher can adopt according to the cognitive ability of his or her students. For example, if a student is has lower cognitive level as compared to his fellows, then what strategies a teacher can adopt to teach him and achieve his full potential. So these are all dealt in the human growth and development. Then comes knowledge of Islamic ethical values and social life skills. Islamic ethical values and social life skills are two different things, but they both are interrelated. Islam teaches us about ethics, about respecting others, about being empathetic with our partners and colleagues, and same are the social life skills. So a teacher should be, this standard states that a teacher should be empathetic and responsible and respectful towards his colleagues and other fellows. Instructional planning and strategies. So these standards deal with the teaching strategies before the class, during the class, and after the class. So before the class, a teacher makes a lesson plan in which there are the list of topics and the time of delivery of those topics. During the class, a teacher do the time management of those according to the lesson plan. So during the class, he also observes that either the students are understanding his or her topic or not. After the class includes the assessment of the students and knowing that do the students are understanding our topic or not. Then comes assessment. There are two types of assessment basically mentioned here. One is formative assessment and the second is summative assessment. Formative assessment basically is throughout the course. It is during the instructional period. The summative assessment is basically after the completion of the instructional period of the teacher. So, formative assessment is taken by a teacher throughout the course. It can identify gaps and can make improvement accordingly. But in summative assessment, because it is at the end of the instruction, so identification of gap, even if the teacher identifies the gap in the student, then improvement chances of improvements are very low in this. So both are necessary. Formative assessment can be a class quiz, class test, etc. Summative includes the final exams or mid exams in the semester system, or in the final system it can be annual exams. So there is more. Learning environment. This standard states that a teacher should make a positive learning environment for his students. He shouldn't be strict. He shouldn't bully his students. He shouldn't use abusive language. He should create a healthy environment, friendly environment, and positive environments toward his students. Effective communication and proficient use of ICT. ICT stands for Information Communication Technology. It includes laptop, mobile phones, LEDs, projectors, and all of the stuff. So, a teacher can communicate with his students effectively by the use of these resources. For example, if I make PowerPoint slides and or video presentations, then it can help students to understand the topic very well. These are the some uses of ICT by the teacher. Creation of instructional material, for example, lesson plan, multimedia classroom presentation, for example, use of LEDs in the classroom or projectors, access research and test practices for teaching, communication with colleagues and parents and students via Zoom meeting or Google Meet, etc. Professional development of the teacher, collaboration and partnership. This standard states that a teacher is not solely uh, responsible for the performance of the child, but also his parents and other teachers of the student are also playing part in the development of the student. So teachers should also consult them and be and make a positive collaborations towards them. They should meet, they should discuss what improvements can be made in the students and how to build their cognitive abilities. Continuous professional development and code of conduct. Continuous professional development is abbreviated as CPD. So it states that a teacher is a continuous learner himself. It is not that a teacher knows everything. He is a lifelong learner. And the code of conduct states that there are some rules of every organization that a teacher as a professional has to opt. So these two things are very necessary to be understood by the teacher. Teaching of English as a second or foreign language. So let me give you an example. This about of this standard. I am a mathematics teacher, but learning of English and application of English is necessary for me because English is an international language and we have to know how to read English, how to write English, how to communicate in English because it is necessary for us. And also it is necessary for our students. So we have to teach English as a second language to our students so that it can be helpful in their for their future. What improvements can be made in the 21st century? So these are the 10 those 10 standards are very good, but there can be some improvement according to the 21st century in them. So the possible improvements I have mentioned here are integration of emerging technologies, focus of critical thinking and problem solving, global competency, inclusion and diversity, digital literacy, mental health and well being, environmental awareness. Integration of emerging technologies. So, the previous standards only talked about ICT, but there are many new technologies nowadays, including artificial intelligence, robotics, which we don't know much about. So we have to study them, we should know about them also, and integrate them with the knowledge of ICT. Focus on critical thinking and problem solving. Both of these skills are very necessary, especially in mathematics. So the previous standards has not mentioned them. They are very essential for the 21st century. Global competency. A teacher should be well aware of his cultural environment and also prepare his students to adapt those cultural norms and ethics accordingly. Inclusion and diversity. In a class, there is a vast variety of students. Some comes from different backgrounds. They can be different with respect to their color, gender, caste, anything you can say. So, for example, a student is has a weak eyesight. So, what strategies a teacher should adopt so that the student doesn't face any difficulty in the learning process? So, a teacher should mold his strategies according to the needs of students. So this is not discussed in the previous standards. It should be included. Digital literacy. So this is the knowledge of how can we use our technology in our education system. Mental health and well-being. We nowadays we solely focus on the physical well-being of a student, but we don't know what is his mental state. Is he in stress, or is he in depression? Is he facing any wrong environment in his home, negative environment in his home? Does his parents fight or not? So a teacher should know all of these things about his students and make sure that he is mentally stable while studying. Environmental awareness. It includes the environmental awareness includes all of the aspects of the environment. For example, we should keep our environment clean. We should like shouldn't throw trash around us, and we should also teach our students to do these things. So what I have learned from all of these standards is that a teacher's role is multi-faced. A teacher is not just a teacher. He is a philosopher, he is an innovator, he is continuously developing himself, and he should meet the diverse needs of his students. If you have any questions, you can ask. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.